What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Should I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron, and tonight we're going to be talking about Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth, and we're just going to be addressing kind of the state of the game and a little bit of strategy discussion because there's been some big news in Lord of the Rings here recently. Some big content creators have basically said that they're writing it off, they're not playing anymore, and some other content creators are out there saying, hey, just stick with it. This is kind of how this game goes, and I am on a little bit of the latter team there, because if you've played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the other massive title produced by Capital Games, nothing really matters in the game until you hit max level. That's when the real game begins. This is all just beginner play, trying to farm up some teams, trying to just progress to that max level. Once you have that max level, that's when the game really opens up. They start bringing in the raids, they start bringing in the PvP, the guild functions that really matter. So this is all just a groundwork for when we get going. And believe me, I'm just as frustrated as you guys are. I promise you I am, and I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit when I talk about strategy. So I completely understand your frustration. I would just say, hey, stick with it. First of all, I do want to mention my guild, Veteran Gaming. We do have the beer mug as our banner, obviously. We are looking for other active members, so if you want to get into an active guild that really wants to progress and take care of some of this content in the future, look for us, join us. We're looking for people that really want to get into the game and have a good community while we play. So one thing I want to discuss is some of the frustrations, right? Because nobody has nearly enough gold. Nobody has nearly enough of the luminous crystals. As you can see here, every single one of my Road to Rivendell crew, we just need these luminous crystals. And it's incredibly frustrating that the game is bottlenecking in gear right there, especially because I finally got my Road to Rivendell crew all the way up to 4 stars, which was the goal, because then I can go into the next level of the Sam Gamgee event. So as you can see here, all of my hobbits are over 2,000 power. Sam is barely behind their gear 5. And what I discovered is when I jumped into the Gardener's Journey here, 2-1, I could not even beat the first wave of this 2-1-1 difficulty. It's 3 waves of bad guys. Could not beat the first wave with my 4 members of the Road to Rivendell crew. So gonna need a lot more gear there, at least gear 6. I saw somebody on Reddit talking about a strategy where you can get it done at gear level 6, but you still needed a lot of blessing from RN Jesus. So that was a bit of a struggle. But instead of taking that as a massive hit, right, because all of my resources have gone into the Road to Rivendell crew, instead of taking that as a massive hit, I just refocused myself and I said, look, this is all just the groundwork. The Road to Rivendell crew was doing great for a while. They've gotten me really high up, especially in the, the challenge here for the gold. I can get this treasure trove right here. I can smoke this 20,000 absolutely no problem, so I'm getting a little bit more gold there, which is absolutely beautiful. But all of these challenges are going to come in time, right? So what I'm going to go ahead and start doing now is I'm actually going to transition. I'm going to look at what my light campaign got me, and I'm going to transition into a shadow team. So the team I'm going to start looking at here is Isengard. Ugluk is very early and easy to farm from guild campaign. Dunhar and Malhur, I'm going to butcher these names, are also pretty simple to farm. The last 2 pieces of the puzzle here were Morza, who's decently easy to farm. I just wasn't putting any resources into him because everybody was going into the Road to Rivendell crew, but he's only Shadow Campaign 2-5, so very doable. And then the last piece of the puzzle here was Azak, which is actually pretty difficult to farm. He's all the way up at Light Campaign 4-9. But because I put all of my resources into that Road to Rivendell crew, I was able to 3-star 4-9, no problem. So Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth gave me some lemons, and I have decided instead of getting a little bit down on it and being frustrated, I'm just going to go ahead and turn those into Isengard lemonade. And hopefully they're going to help my account continue to progress, and I'm going to want to start to build some of those teams. I highly recommend if you had a light side team strong like I did, Road to Rivendell, then go ahead and when you do switch to a shadow team. That's going to help you in a lot of these different challenges that we already mentioned. So don't get frustrated by the bottleneck in both gold and your luminous, some of your gear, your luminous crystals. Instead, just leave those teams for a little bit, refocus. Don't go too crazy. Don't try to build every team at one time. I still recommend picking a team and then picking another team, but try to just refocus, stay positive, and remember, this is just the game before the game, right? None of this matters right now. Once the raids open, once the PvP opens and gets a much wider area of content, that's when the real game is going to start. And if you stick with the game now, then you're going to have a big step up on all of the players that are coming in, and even the people that are coming in and spending because you stuck with the game. So if you guys have any comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I would love to open a dialogue. Don't forget to check out Veteran Gaming if you're looking for a guild that's very active and going to push content in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. And as always, guys, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.